we made it. We're in the parking lot. We're gonna walk in Motor City ComicCon, May 2024. And we're gonna do the same thing we did last year. If you remember, we did the $1,000 challenge. What books could we get for $1,000? So we're gonna try it again today. Here we go. There's the money, ready to go. Now, if you remember last year, I bought 2 books, 2 Golden Age books that added up to almost $900. And then I was left over with $100 to buy a bunch of smaller stuff. This year, I'm gonna do it a little differently. So 1 book, we're gonna allow to go up to $250. And then everything else is gotta be less than $100, but more than 50, all right? So 1 book up to $250, everything else between $50 and $100. We'll see if I can get any keys. Probably nothing big with the $50 to $100 books, but with the $250 book, we should be able to get something good. Probably no Golden Age stuff because that stuff is crazy expensive. So this kind of a challenge, we'll probably see more like Bronze Age, Silver Age stuff. But the parking lot pretty darn full. So it's gonna be it looks promising, and we'll see what it is. I hope there are more comics this year than last year. I felt like last year it was down a little bit, the number of comic book dealers, and you know, just too much other stuff, you know, Funko Pops and you know, nothing against Funkos or, you know, art tables, things like that. That is all great stuff. It's just not for me, right? When I go to a Comic-Con, and I know Comic-Cons have evolved, but I want to see more comics, so we'll see if it's any different this year. All right, let's go in. right, we are back. It is Sunday. So I was here Friday. Skipped yesterday. Now I'm back on Sunday. That's typically how I do it. And the reason I do it that way is because Friday I like to get here for two reasons. Less crowded, and you get to see all the good books before they're gone. Saturday I skip, sometimes because I'm busy, but other times because it's so crowded. It's madness. And then I like to come back on Sunday. First of all, because I can't go without going to Motor City for only one day, but also because sometimes you can get good deals. Dealers are willing to move a little bit on books, so that's why. So I'm back. Let's see what we can do. Okay, there you have it. That was Motor City Comic Con 2024, May 2024, because typically they have another one in the fall, either late October or November. Last year was November. We'll see if they do that again. I think they are. And I came home with a small stack. So I gave myself $1,000, like I said I would, and I wanted to buy uh, all books between $50 and $100, except for one book I was allowing up to $250. So no huge purchases, but still some decent books. I've been on a Bronze Age horror and pre-code horror kick. I feel like my whole life, but I mixed it up a little bit this time. So a little horror stuff and some superhero stuff. All right, so let's get into it. First one, Detective Comics. What is this? 413, a nice Neil Adams cover, as you can see here, with that ghouly witch type of person on there. $55, mint. Well, okay, not mint condition, but very minty. I would say this is at least near mint condition. $55. Another one as well for 16, same type of thing with Man-Bat on the cover. Another Neil Adams, another near mintish type of copy, $60. And then I have always loved this cover, and very difficult to find it in good grade. This is, I'd say 9.2, 9.4. And this is Bernie Wrightson, so it's Detective Comics 425. You see that kind of creepy guy and the horse and carriage and Batman chasing him. I think it might be the same guy from the other cover, but anyway, Bernie Wrightson, and I paid $50 for this one. Then we get into some House of Secrets. Very, very cool. This is House of Secrets 139. Very cool jack-o'-lantern cover there. Higher grade. I'd say somewhere around maybe a 9.0 to a 9.2. And $50 on this one as well. A lot of $50 to $60 books for sure. All right. Another high grade Bernie book. House of Mystery 211. Vampire cover. Very, very classic cover there. $50 again. Nice Bernie book. Another one. House of Secrets 103 classic Bernie Wrightson cover. And this one also extremely minty. I'd say at least a 9.4. $100 for this one. And that's it for the horror stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Yep, that's it. Now I have a handful of some superhero stuff that's left here, and some nice Silver Age stuff. X-Men number 40. No big grails here, right? We're trying to spend $50 to $100 on most of these things. But Frankenstein on the cover, I think that's actually a robot, not the real Frankenstein, if I remember the story correctly. But regardless, I think that's his first time on the cover in X-Men. And so X-Men number 40. This is probably a 5.0 and maybe a 5.5. And I spent $80 on that one. Okay. ASM 22, very nice cover. It's first appearance of someone. I don't remember who, very minor character from what I remember. VF condition, nice grade, $100 on this one. All right, now I'll talk a little bit about the people that sold me these books as well. First appearance of Polaris, X-Men number 49. This is probably a 5.0 to 5.5 book. $85 for this one. Really, really nice little key there. And then another classic Ditko cover from Spider-Man. This is ASM 29. I didn't write down my notes. I have notes that I put on the back of these things so that I know what to say when I'm on camera, but I don't always do a great job of putting the right notes in there. Grade on this, I think, is around 4.550 and $90 on this one. ASM 49 with Craven and Vulture on the cover. battling. They're teaming up against Spidey there. $50 on this one, and I think this one I had about a 5.5 to 6.0, and that's it. I didn't tally everything up, but I think we're around 700 to $750 on those copies right there. You can do the math on your own if you want, but I think that's what I came up with. And then last but not least, so this is the slightly bigger book that I said I wanted to go up to $250, no higher on a book. And I found this Star Wars #1, unbelievable condition. And I would say, as is, if I sent this in, it would be an easy 9.4. Very easy 9.4. If I do a little work on it, pretty confident I can get at least a grade bump on it up to a 9.6. So we'll see. I'm going to send this one in. And this one, the dealer had listed or on his wall for $300. And I just flat out said, will you take $250? And this was on Sunday. And Sunday is a day for decent deals at bigger cons. Didn't even hesitate. Said, sure, go ahead. So $250. And that gets us to very close to, if not right at our $1,000. So I'm very happy with the pickups. That Star Wars is in unbelievable condition. So what did I think of the show? I thought it was great. I went Friday and then I went back again on Sunday. I almost never go on Saturdays because it's too crazy and it's too much work. Wandering through masses of crowds like that. I'm too old for that stuff now. But Friday was great. Much thinner crowd, and you get all the good books, right? You get to look at them at least, and you pay a little bit of a premium on Friday. A few of these were on Friday. It was split, like half on Friday, half on Sunday. But you pay a little bit of a premium on Friday because the dealers and the owners of the books just aren't super willing to make big deals, right? They've got the whole weekend in front of them. So I get it, right? So I got a few of them then. Came back on Sunday. Sunday was definitely more crowded than Friday, but not even comparable to Saturday, guarantee. I've been on Saturdays before. Sunday was great as well. Lots of good deals. I got that first Polaris right at the end of the show from a seller called, I think it's Hatchback Comics. He's either the Hatchback Kid or Hatchback Comics or both, but super nice guy. And he made me a deal on that one. So I got the first Polaris, and then another booth run by a guy named Matt, and I don't remember his last name. I got a lot of the X-Men and the ASM off of him. Great guy. He's at a lot of the local shows as well. If I remember his full name, I'll put it up on the screen here. But he's always very reasonable with his prices, and if you ever send anything off to CGC and something comes back unexpected, he says he'll take care of things, and I believe I've never had a problem with him though. So I bought some Golden Age stuff off of him before, Silver Age, Bronze Age horror. So really, really good guy. There were a couple other smaller books, like $10 to $20 books that I bought as well. That separate from the $1,000 budget that I put onto the side. I think I got another unexpected book from Lantern Comics, Tim. So every once in a while, he has a nice little Bronze Age horror book pop up, and I go grab something from him. But anyway, I'm trying to remember if there's anyone else I wanted to call out who I bought books from. Because there were 2 or 3 other people. I don't know what their names are. And there are people that aren't normally at local shows. If I'm forgetting someone and someone out there knows, then let me know. But I did a ton of talking to lots of people, and I think the show was great. Talking to all the different dealers there, 90+% of the people I talked to said they really enjoyed this weekend show. So, and they did well. They did well. It was a little bit of a mix on Friday because people are hesitant to buy. A lot of collectors come on Fridays to get the good stuff, but there's more volume on Saturday and a little bit on Sunday as well. So Saturdays are their big days. But overall, I thought it was a great show. I thought there were more comic vendors this year than I remember last year. I didn't do a count, so I have no data. It's just how I felt about it looking around and going through it. But I really, really enjoyed it. It sounds like most of the dealers did as well. So if you went, let me know what you thought of the show. Let me know what you think of my pickups as well. I had a blast. Again, more content to come. Don't forget, you guys, I have a very big eBay store, a big Instagram page as well, where I list a lot of books for sale, and not always the same books that I put on eBay. And we have a website. Check me out all those places if you would, and feel free to make comments or ask questions, and I'd love to respond to those things. All right, till next time, have a great day.